me, it's a human abomination that 17,000 plus dogs and cats are killed. I don't want to use the word euthanized or put down, are killed each year.
Countless individuals have worked tirelessly behind the scenes doing everything that was asked of them to go through the arduous, often frustrating process of getting this issue onto a ballot so that the public could vote and send a clear message to you, the elected officials, that we believe in this and we are willing to pay for it.
You know what? This puts it in the laps of the residents, and it says you decide yes or no whether or not you would like in order to support the Pets Trust.
So I'm all in favor of getting it done.
An understanding of the will and the voice of the people of Miami-Dade County.
We are going to move forward hard, I promise you, to make it a no-kill.
I'd like to co-sponsor, but we're giving the residents the choice.
And we got to be aggressive about it.
My colleagues here putting their input, the administration, all of us, to make sure that in our society, it is about the animals.
We represent the animals out there that need our help.
It's a good investment. Thousands of animals still don't make it out alive, and that's why we're here. I don't think that we can achieve that number of 90% without the additional resources. I think the money is needed to get to that goal. You have the ongoing issue of cats in the community, which is estimated at 300,000, 400,000 for a city like Miami, and that will continue to come in if we don't do something about that. And I don't think we can get further without more resources, and that's a huge, huge issue.
We need to try and get control over it.
But it seems to me that on a budget of more than $4 billion operating, the last time I looked, that somebody ought to be able to find $20 million to do this.
The fact is that it costs nearly 5 times as much to euthanize an animal as it does to sterilize it.
No, let's use the money for the animals.
The whole goal here is to save our animals and to also, at the same time, save the money that we were using to kill our animals. I hate to put it to that narrative, but that's where it is.
I think this measure is cost effective.
This is not only a moral issue of compassion that will save tens of thousands of innocent lives a year, it is an economical one.
I think this is a matter of decency and what we ought to stand for, and the fact of the matter is the return on investment is enormous.
If we don't get in front of this, the proliferation of animals unchecked and abandoned is very costly.
It just pains my soul to see thousands upon thousands of animals killed each year when there is a solution that far transcends.
Yes, it was approved by an incredible majority of the residents of Dade County, and I will support what the public voted for.
But 500,000 people voted for this. I didn't think it would pass. I voted for it.
I come before you today as one of nearly 500,000 people who voted for the Pets Trust. This issue received the type of overwhelming support that I think it's safe to say any one of you would love to receive in a future election. Yet we are still here today trying to convince you to support it.
To make sure that we accomplish what the voters voted for.
This is about the voters going out and saying enough is enough with an issue, standing tall, and going over 70% in favor of supporting their animals.
And a straw ballot said include animals and make a valid, intelligent decision. I don't think we have lost that caliber in our voters.
This was voted here before it went out by this body and approved, and it went out. This is in 3 languages.
I knew exactly what those 75 words meant.
Which I believe voters are smart and they knew what they were voting for.
I want to make it very clear that I was keenly aware of what I was voting for.
And I think people are not dumb. They know what they voted on. And it was 65% in general. In my district, it was a little over 80%. I was out there in all the television shows. I was out there telling people there was going to be an increase in taxes to secure no kill.
Even the amount that have to be increased as per the vote of the public.
And it also included the will of the people to the full amount of what was proposed in a straw ballot.
The public never voted on everything else that's in this budget. They voted on this.
Certainly, as it relates to the Pets Trust, I've not have we had anybody call my office and say, Don't raise the taxes, bro. All the calls we've gotten are calls that have been in support of the Pets Trust.
With the Pets Trust, which would be the financial arm of it.
There was an incredible, and we have to recognize the initiative of the Pet Trust that created the enhancement in our community to allow the community know the needs for our animal population, and they did a wonderful job.
Creating history and making this the biggest no-kill shelter in the southeastern United States or in the United States. That to me is the pride and joy that we're going to have in this community. We all have a heart, and this is why we're here.